Hi, Mike here from Easy Living Adventures. I thought today we'd go out and do a review of my 6x12 cargo trailer conversion. I think you might find it interesting. Anyway, you'll get to see what another conversion looks like. Let's get started. Okay, let's get started here. What I have here is a Forest River Value Sport 6x12 cargo trailer that I converted into a travel trailer. As you can see, I have two 20-pound bottle propane on the front, which I have piped in for my kitchen stove. Okay, on this side, let's see. I have one awning window there. I have an outside light, the spare tire, the water inlet. This trailer has a 30-gallon water capacity. This tank here on the side is a diesel tank. This trailer has a diesel heater in it, and we'll get to seeing that here in a little bit. Here we have a drop-down gate, and you can see there's two stabilizers there at the top, which allows me to level this gate up to use it for a back porch. I'm going to be changing those out because I don't really like them, and I'm going to be using the supports like it I have here at the bottom of this trailer because it's easier to level it up that way. Okay, on this side of the trailer, you can see we have another spare tire, and we have another awning window, and we have a light outside, porch light. I forgot to mention there's a porch light on the back of the trailer, which we'll see. I'll show you a little bit later. I added a RV style door latch and another awning window on the door, but I left the bar latch to added security, so when the trailer is left by itself, makes it a little harder for somebody to break into it. Also, you can see there is a bar latch on the left hand side there. That's so that when you're inside the trailer, you can lock the bar in place so nobody can take the bar and lock into the trailer while you're in there sleeping or whatever. You can see now I have it placed in the latch position. I just haven't put the lock in. So let's get the gate down and get the door open, and we'll go inside. Okay, now that we got the gate open, you can see it makes a pretty nice porch once it's leveled up. You can see on the back of the trailer that I have a screen door, and I've got this all closed off on this end. So it makes where you can have the gate down and still get ventilation into the trailer without getting a bunch of bugs. I have a radio out here on the porch. There's lighting out here, and that's a table that pops up, so if I want to cook out here or whatever, I can do so. Now we have the table in the upright position. You can see it makes it kind of handy. You can sit out here on the porch, cook. Don't have to heat up the inside of the trailer. I think it's going to work out really nice. And there's the porch light I was mentioning earlier. It's up there. Oh, it's controlled by a switch inside the trailer itself. On the back deck here we have a control panel. It has light switches, controls the outside lighting. Also controls these two ports. You got a regular cigarette lighter port and a USB port. Turn them on. You can see don't know if this will show up or not. It's just red lighting all the way around. Also back here I have a 110 plug-in set up on a GFI. So if any moisture hits it, it shuts it off. And this is a stereo setup. It's out of an old Chevy van. It works alright. Got a 12-volt cigarette plug right down here. Place for headphones if you want it. It's just, like I say, it's all out of a van. Up here you can see I have my 400 watt solar panels. These are Renogy panels. I've had them quite a while. They work out really good. They put out plenty of power. I got 2 vents, roof vents. I plan on adding one more 100 watt panel up here, right up in here. That'll give me 500 watts of solar. That should be plenty to run everything I need to run. This is a picture of the barn window on the door open. It makes for more ventilation. I'm going to add air conditioning to this trailer eventually, but it's nice to be able to have enough air movement that it stays fairly cool in there. Okay, as we enter the trailer, you can see that I have placed a cabinet all the way across the front. I have it angled so that the cabinet doesn't block the entry and makes it easier for you to take things in and out of the trailer through this side door. Okay, this is a cabinet that I built to fit in this trailer. As you can see, I have a stove top. There's a refrigerator. Over here in this cubby hole, I have a 1000 watt inverter. Down below in that door right there is my battery bank. I have 200 amp hour batteries in there. They're fairly old. I plan on replacing them. This is set up so it can take 4 batteries, and that's what I'll be replacing them with. This unit has 400 watts of solar on top. All my controls are right here in the control box. You can see the charge controller is on float. I have all my fuses. Everything is fused in this trailer. All my fuses are in this little fuse box. Plus over here, I have the fuses for my batteries, my solar panels, and that control box over here is also fused. Everything comes in, the solar panels come in right there, go into this box. I can turn them on and off with the breakers. These are DC breakers. They're not regular house breakers. They're DC breakers that are specifically designed for solar work. On the door here is I have posted all the information a person needs for the charge controller. Tells you how to set it to do all the different things that it's capable of doing. I hope to change that out one of these days and get something a little better for a solar charger, but for now it seems to be working just fine. Okay, down here we got my 1000 watt inverter, which powers this whole trailer when needed. It powers the refrigerator just fine. I have an emergency shut-off for the batteries right there. You can see my tube acid flood batteries right there. Everybody goes, oh my gosh, those are dangerous. Nah, not really. This is vented. You can see the vent coming in, and there's a vent in the bottom of the trailer, just behind the batteries there. So it's got good airflow running in and out. So when the batteries do a gassing, it's extinguished right out the outside of the trailer. Perfectly safe. As you can see, I have room. There's 2 in there now. I have room for 2 more up above. I have all the wiring ready to go. All I got to do is change these out, put 4 batteries in, and we should be good to go. Okay. And there we have it. I also forgot to show you the kitchen sink. It's not very big. It's not designed to be used for much. Just cleaning up some small dishes or whatever. But it's plumbed. It works. Water pump switch is right here. And you turn the water on. And it works. Cold water side's the only thing that works right now. I don't have hot water heater in this unit. And I don't think I probably will put one in it. One thing I wanted to show you is how I got these drawers set up for the kitchen. This has got my knives and stuff in it. But you can see the drawer faces are slanted, so that they fit right flush up against this slanted kitchen cabinet. Same way here. Works out pretty good. I added a pop-up leaf right here down by the battery box so that a person can just pick that up. It latches in, adds countertop, makes more room for cooking, preparing meals, or what have you. I can put my laptop on there if I like, or whatever, to make it work. Now we come to the bed, couch, bed. This is designed so it slides out. It'll make almost a full-size bed. It's 72 inches long, if I remember right. And it's almost, well, it's 48 inches wide. So it fits in there just perfect. It's very easy to slide it in and out. I took a foam rubber cushion, well, actually a mattress, and I cut it to fit in there and resoled the cover on so that I had a nice, decent bed. Okay, under the bed here, you can see how I got this all set up. I used PEX line for my plumbing. I've got a water pump right there. This is the inlet tube from outside. There's the overflow tube. And this all hooks into a 30-gallon fresh water tank. This fits right under here. There's storage right there. It's a tote. It's got stuff in it. So there's room under here for storage yet. You can see the slat construction of the bed. I'm not going to mess around pulling this all out, making up the bed. It's just not necessary. There's lots of reviews on YouTube on how these beds are put together. But anyway, they work pretty slick. You know, I have room for my toolbox under here. Everything fits nice and neat. So that's how it all comes together. You can see it's got there's water in the tank. And I put water in to make sure that nothing was leaking. I drain it every fall. This is a brand new tank. Hasn't been in there very long. I did have a 10-gallon tank in there, and I found out that that was nowhere near big enough. So we went with that. You can see this PEX line runs all the way across and goes clean back to the back bedroom, bathroom, I mean. When it goes out, there's a stop outside. Right there is an on-demand hot water heater. What I have planned is to put that hot water heater, make a bracket and hang it on the outside of this travel trailer, of this trailer, and make a curtain or something so I can have an outside shower and have hot water showers out there. But I haven't quite got that far yet. But it's coming. But it's just a matter of now is just putting a faucet out there, which I have already listed on Amazon and will be purchasing shortly. And it's not a big deal to install. On this side, I have a cabinet, and in that cabinet there's storage. We'll open it up here shortly. You see my water jug. Now, like I said, this thing has 30 gallons of water. It has a 30-gallon water tank. It's under the bed. We'll show you that also. I have a little 12-volt television. You can see the switches for the lights. I have ambient light underneath each one of these. These are light bars that come out of a Chevy van. They work fantastic. The book magazine holder out of a van. I have another holder that came out of the van. These are all walnut. Very nice. This is the 110 12-volt control center. You can see that I have a voltage meter. It tells me how many volts are in the batteries. You got 2 cigarette lighter plugs. And there's a port up above there. It's USB. If I can quit shaking, maybe I can get it opened up so I can show you. There's the USB port. So this is set up so I can charge my phones, or this 12-volt TV plugs into it. This up here is for the outside antenna. It's a power antenna. It needs 110 volts to work. So if you want to watch TV off the antenna, why, you got to have the inverter on. This is the controller for the diesel heater. I need to get some Velcro and Velcro that to the wall. I painted all this here not too long ago. That's why it's kind of hanging there. But that'll get taken care of too. Okay, I'm sitting here on the couch now, looking right straight ahead at the cabinets. We'll open this one up. They're kind of a mess. They've got a lot of stuff in them. But you can see I have it set up. I got some clothes down below. There's more storage. It works out pretty good. This cabinet here, I have taken a Walmart tote, or I don't know what they call them. Anyway, it's drawers. They're plastic. They're not very good, but it works. I've integrated it into the cabinet. It fits in there just fine. You can put whatever you like in it. It's got a lot of stuff in there right now. We'll see how that turns out. Anyway, it works out pretty good for me anyhow. And over here we have the other cabinet, and you can see it's got drawers. It's got shelving. This actually is a food cabinet. Right now it's being used as storage. Down there is an outlet, one of the outlets for the diesel heater. I have another outlet for the diesel heater I'll show you here in a second that we missed. It's over here at floor level. It's right down there in the corner. That'll send the heat up front here. Okay, back here in the very back, I have a mirror for shaving or whatever. Try to make myself beautiful. Yeah, right. I have a medicine cabinet. This was a little curio cabinet, repurposed for a medicine cabinet. It's got magnetic catches. Keeps it closed. Down here at the bottom we have a composting toilet. And this composting toilet has a diverter, so a liquid diverter, and it goes back into a jug in the back of the toilet. I'll show you that in a second. It's all right back in there. I don't know if you can see it very well. Yeah, let's turn the light on here. And back in there, you can see that jug. I plan on putting in a holding tank later on, and just divert that urine right down into a tank, make it easier. But for now, this will work. And you can see over here is my breaker box. I have it set up so I can switch it between shore power and the inverter. And then I have 20 amp breakers for front and rear electrical. And of course the 30 amp breakers for the power in. Works out fine. Don't need a whole lot of power in this thing. Like I say, I plan on putting a 5,000 watt BTU air conditioner in here eventually. This should handle it just fine. Okay, now over on this side we have a closet, and you can see I have a few things hanging in it already. In here is clothes storage. And we have another heat outlet. This isn't finished yet. I got to put a divider across here. Now, I don't know exactly how tall it's got to be. It's got to be above this diesel heater. You can see there's the diesel heater in there. You can see, kind of see how it's plumbed. I have 10 gauge power wire coming in, both ground and hot wire. It goes back to the breaker box up front, to the large breaker box up front, not the small one. And hopefully it'll be enough power to run this thing. It's never been started. It's brand spanking new. I've never used it. Been too hot. But surely it'll work out fine. Everybody keeps telling me it's too much heaters. It's one of the larger ones. But that's okay. I'd rather have too much heat than not enough. I also have a Mr. Buddy heater, so that if this is too much, I can use a Mr. Buddy heater. Eventually, I plan on plumbing some a propane line in here, back here somewhere, with a quick connect and a shut off. I gotta move that 110 electric plug up, move it when I box it all in. But other than that, that's pretty much it. In case you're wondering, right there is the exhaust for the diesel heater. That's where it exhausts from. And I don't know if I can get up under here enough. If you could see, the intake is under there. It takes fresh air in from underneath, from outside. So there's no combustion air whatsoever taken from the inside of the coach. That's how these diesel heaters work. And they're usually pretty efficient. Well, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get some ideas what can be done with a 6x12 cargo trailer. I want to apologize for the shaking. I had to hold the phone in my hands, so it shakes a little bit. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Have a good day. God bless.